Right. But as you mentioned earlier, there's somebody we haven't talked about who we should, Ginger Pensulo.
Yes.
He is Zambia's living legend of legends. He scored the most important goal in Zambian history. This goal began the integration of Zambian football. It came at a time when it was illegal for blacks and whites to even shake hands, never mind play football. It's not that it didn't happen, it did. They did play each other and with each other, but it never had the impact that this match did. It happened in April 1961. It was the foundation of Roan United. At that time, they were called United Roan, and they would join. It was essentially Roan Callie's Antelopes and Roan Mine team. One team was white, the other was black. They joined to form the first interracial top flight team in Zambian football. This led to other matches and eventually to the first integrated league in Zambian history, the Northern Rhodesia National Football League. The first champions were Roan United. It's the only top title Roan United ever won, i.e., the league title. You don't know the date of it. Nobody knows when they won the league. Nobody knows the exact date that Pensulo scored this goal. It's the most important goal in Zambian history, and nobody knows when it was scored. It's disgraceful. In terms of record keeping, this is a scandal. It's also a scandal that Pensulo is living in Luanshya. He's 86 years old. Like other players from that era, they are not given the recognition and assistance that they need to get. They should be celebrated. As I said, he's 86 years old. He scored the most important goal in Zambian history. He began the integration of Zambian football. He helped them win the first title in their history at Roan United. He won the first title of the National Football League at that time. He was among the first, with Ken Banda, to get a trial in English football. What more does he have to do to be celebrated as the icon of Zambian football that he is? Should he not be celebrated? Should he not get to live the rest of his life without a care in the world, appreciated by a nation who benefited from his skill and his talent and his generosity of spirit? It's time
No,
he
that would be,
was celebrated too, isn't it?
yeah, it's time. It's time he's celebrated, because if he's not celebrated, that would be a great injustice looking at the state that he's in currently. I don't know if proper structures are being put in order to recognize these legends. For example, the same Ginger Pensulo. It's quite a shame that you've mentioned there is no proper recording of exactly when he scored that goal. Are they honoring him that much? I mean, what else is needed there? We've seen the documentation of the mighty Inferior Wanderers going to the final Rhodesian Cup and all that, but the most important goal ever, and Roan United reaching that level. I mean, it's supposed to be documented. I saw one of the photos. I think you shared it. It was a photo of the Roan United team in black and white. I mean, that should be documented, and the exact date should be found, and he should be given that recognition. So it would just be an injustice for that, because Zambian football has come a long way, and that's the cornerstone of
Mhm.
Zambian football. It's a starting point.
I'll give you another example with this. I was asking, where did this happen? What stadium? Where's the ground? And a lot of people, they couldn't tell me. Do you know where it was?
Yeah.
It is Rowan Soccer Field, or it's known as now. They were basically training. Rowan United were training on a pitch, and that pitch they were training on the other side of the wall, was the actual pitch where Pensulo scored this goal. There is no plaque
Wow.
about it. There is nothing that commemorates this is where Zambian history was made.
No, we still have a long way. We still have a long way to go about doing this whole pushing for our legends, but it's time that people start taking a step. I mean, it's time to call for people to take action now, and there's no tomorrow. The tomorrow starts today, because he's 86-year-old now. He's supposed to reap what he had sown all those years back.
I would like to add to this, it doesn't cost a fortune. It doesn't cost much to help him enjoy the very least that he should have. He is a Zambian icon. He's not just a footballer. He is one of the greatest treasures Zambia ever produced. And he needs to be treated like that.
Yes, very much so, very much. Very much so. Anyway, I really appreciate for this great information that you've given me today, and for sharing this information. It's high time that all our legends are recognized for what they have done in the game, not just in Zambia and Africa at large, especially in COSAFA, the whole Africa. It's time they start rising and try to put their names on the board for recognition. And I really appreciate for the information that you have, and I really hope to see that book that you've been working on, that article. I always look out for your great articles. They're always informative and great information that you have with you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for giving me this